Welcome to another episode of Get Fit with Tam and Des. I'm Tam, she's Des. And for today's workout, if you have one, we will need a super band. If you don't have a super band, that's okay. Just pretend you have a super band. This is going to be challenging enough without one if you don't have one. For our first exercise, we'll get right into it. We will take that band around the center of our foot and pull up on that band. Make sure you have a little bit of resistance on your band. We'll take our feet just over hip distance apart, and let's take our body weight and we'll bring our body weight into our supporting leg, so into our left leg. We'll pop that down into about a quarter squat, and we'll take our right leg and lift right out to the side. Yeah, you got it. Nice and controlled, up nice and high. Lead with your heel and exhale as you bring that leg up. Come down into a squat a little bit further if you'd like to make that harder. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to rep up fairly high. Let's do 20 reps with this. So 1, 2, 3. Should we burn it up already? This is a lot harder than it looks. This one is a real burner. It's going to get your heart rate up. And just when you can't take it anymore, once you get to that 20th rep, we will drop that band and hook it over onto our other leg. So right away into our other side, we'll take that band down across the center of our foot, and drop that down into a quarter squat with all of your weight on that supporting leg. We'll take it up nice and slow. Now you do need to maintain balance with this movement, so it helps if you find a focal point somewhere on the floor or somewhere on the wall, something that isn't moving, to help you maintain that balance. And again, we'll rep out to 20 on this one. So we'll do 10 more on this leg. 8, 7, nice and high. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so shake that out. For TV purposes, we will just do 1 round each, but on your own, let's see if we can do 2 or 3 rounds of that. Moving on to our next exercise. Same thing, we will loop that band just like we did in our first set around the front of our foot. And with our supporting weight on our left leg, we'll take that behind us. Point your toe, all of your body weight on that supporting leg, and we're just gonna lift behind you. Nice glute squeeze at the back. Think about taking your heel up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you lift, and again, we'll rep out to 20 on this side. So 1, 2, just kidding, she's already done like 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, this is a booty burner. You should be feeling this one. And then as soon as you finish your 20 reps, we will unhook that band, hook it on the other side, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So by now our heart rate should be coming up, and all of your weight on that supporting leg, and kick it back. Lift. And really think about pulling up on that band if you'd like to make that a little bit harder. And if you have no band at home, this is hard enough without the band. So let's do 10 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we've worked side, we've taken it behind, and now we'll take it in front. So working that quad. This time we'll point our toe. So taking that band around the center of your foot. This time we'll point that toe. Lifting from the hip, all of our supporting weight on that alternate leg, and lift, lift, lift. If you'd like to make this harder, again, pull up on that band, lift, lift, and we'll do this for 20. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and other leg. So getting some cardio in here as well. Heart rate is climbing with each set. So do the same thing on the other side. Don't forget to point that toe, lift from the hip, find that focal point somewhere on the floor, somewhere on the wall that isn't moving, and go. Nice and high. Lift, lift. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now fly through that a few times. Do the side for 20, back for 20, front for 20. Each side 2 to 3 times. Now we'll take this onto the floor. We're going to come down on your head, neck, and shoulders. With your feet hip distance apart, we'll hook the band around the center of your foot, just like we did with our first few exercises. Now we'll come up into a bridge position. So lift your hips up off of the mat and drive this foot into the ceiling. So lift and press. Think about holding at the top for half of a second and then bring it back down. Take all of your body weight and put it in that supporting foot and press up through your heel. We'll do 10 more on this side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, should be burning. Last 2, and 1. We'll release from that, shake that leg out, and we'll loop that band around the other side. We'll do the same thing. So all of your body weight into that supporting leg. Take your heel, pop your heel up towards the ceiling and push through your glutes and hamstrings. Keep your abs tight and exhale as you lift. We'll do 20 reps here. Well, you've already done some, so. Yikes. 10 more. We'll do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, so shake it out. Now we'll put all of those moves together, standing up, front, side, behind, and then drop it down. And do a bridge each leg 20 times. Do that over, I would say 3 sets, maybe 4, if you're feeling really ambitious. But we're going to take a quick break, and after the break, we'll come at you with a few more exercises.
Welcome back to the second half of this super band workout. So this whole next part, we are going to be down on the floor. We are gonna start with some glute bridges. So we're gonna take that band, loop both ends right around our feet, making sure to place it right in the center of your foot. And then you're gonna pull that band up over your knees. This is the hard part, is getting into the getting into it. So you're gonna pull that band up over your knees. Make sure you pull it right kind of into your hip socket here. You're gonna keep your feet flat on the floor, and then we're gonna drive those hips up to the ceiling. And that band is gonna give us some tension there. So Tam's just gonna drive her hips up, squeeze glutes at the top, let that band pull her back down a little bit, fight against it. If you're afraid that it's gonna kind of snap off down towards your knees, you can put your hands over the band. These ones are pretty good. They don't seem to roll too much, so usually you're pretty safe. All right, let's do 10 more. We're doing high rep with these as well. So we're driving up, squeezing those glutes at the top, and pushing that whole foot into the floor. So we wanna make sure that our heels or our toes aren't popping up off the ground. We wanna make full contact, full foot pressure with the floor, fight against that band. This looks so simple, yet so hard. What are we at? We got 5 more?
2 more.
I just wanted to make her do extra.
I'd do 5 more.
All the way up, squeeze at the top, and back down. Last one. All right, let's take a little rest, but we're gonna leave it there because we're gonna do 2 sets of everything this time. So instead of just doing 1, we're going for gold. So let that glute burn wear off a little bit. You should be feeling this right in your butt muscles. We don't want to be feeling it in our quads or too much in our hamstrings, so play with that foot position. If your feet are too close to your butt, a lot of the time you're gonna feel it in your quads. If they're too far away, the hamstrings are really gonna be activated, so you want somewhere like right in the middle. So let's go again for 20. So you see when she comes up, her shin is pretty straight up and down. That is what we are aiming for on this one. We're driving those hips up, a little bit of power, pushing them up to the top, squeeze, and feel that burn. 10 more. You can get a lighter band, you can get a heavier band, however much of a challenge you want on this exercise. Drive it up, last 5. Good job. Are you feeling the burn?
Yeah.
2. And last 1. All right, now let's roll up to a seated position. We're gonna take that band off of your feet, but we are going to loop it again around your feet, but we're gonna be holding on to the band kind of like handles. So she's gonna loop it around her feet, keep her legs nice and straight. So again, we wanna make sure it's in the center of your foot, closer down to your heel than up on your toe, because when we go back and pull that like a row, we don't want that to come back and hit us in the face. So Tam's gonna sit up nice and tall. Just gonna drive those elbows back and squeeze those shoulder blades as she pulls that band right into her stomach. Perfect. Now you can also play around with this by changing the hand position. So we can take it into a neutral grip like Tam is doing right now. We could take an overhand grip, get those elbows a little bit higher, work the upper back, or we could take an underhand grip and do a little bit more mid-back, lats, you choose. Simple little hand switch, and you can change what muscles you are targeting.
Everything was different.
It is a back exercise, but
Like a new person had
you
arrived for me.
choose what you would like
I
to
could see
focus
myself
on.
from a perspective that I've never
All right,
seen
let's do
before.
5 more, because I wasn't counting.
No inhibitions, no worries.
Note to the people at home,
The
if
first
you
time I
follow
felt like I
along,
knew
don't
where I
trust our
belonged,
count.
and nothing could stop me from
It's
being
always gonna be wrong.
nothing, and yet everything
Last
felt
few.
real. The world was underneath me, around me, above me. I could see everything, and everything could see me.
All right, let's take a little breather.
Peace.
So on the second set, you choose the hand position. If you want to target more upper back, more mid back, more lats, or maybe if you just want to try a little bit of everything and see what you like the best. We're gonna do 20. So we're gonna loop that band around, toes pulled back, chest nice and high. We don't want to be rounded into it. We want to keep a nice tall upper body, core nice and tight, driving those elbows back. Perfect. Squeezing those shoulder blades, pulling them together. Feel those elbows drive around your rib cage. Reach it out. Last 5. Getting a little
Yeah.
All right. Let's take that band, hold on to the ends of it, and we're gonna take it under your back, and we're gonna lay on it. So you can hold on to it at the ends, or I prefer to put my hands into it like this. And we're gonna do a chest press right from the ground. So we're gonna take those arms nice and bent and then press that band up and together. If you wanted to make it a little bit different, you could also take your hips up off the ground, elevate it a little bit, get a little bit more range of motion. Let's do 10 more. Push that band together. You can also try and just do one arm if you would like.
Peace.
When it does start to get a little bit challenging, switching to one arm is a good idea. You don't always have to do both at the same time.
Peace.
Last 5. Nice tension on there. And let's take a break. Let that body rest. The thing with high reps is they burn. You know, when we're going for strength using heavier weights, it just doesn't quite feel the same. This is one of those things when you use high rep, you want to fight through that burn. See how far you can push your body out of its comfort zone. Because most people will just stop as soon as it starts burning. But we want to get at least 5 more reps out of it. So, second time, let's do 20. And we're just bending and extending those elbows. All the way up. Try to get that full extension in your elbow. You can add a little power, kind of push. 10 more. And you still want to keep that core super tight even though we are laying on the ground. We want to push that lower back into the mat, pull your belly button in towards your back. Last few. Pump that chest up. All right, good job. Last exercise of this set, we're actually gonna come and lay on our stomach. So we're gonna come lay right on our stomach. We're gonna extend those arms out in front of us, grabbing the band. And then we're gonna treat this kind of like a lat pull down. And we're gonna pull that band back behind our head and drive elbows down towards our sides and then extending them up fully. So as you're driving those elbows down, you're pulling out against that band. Again, this one might look easy because you know you're just laying on the floor. Whew. It lights a few things up, that's for sure. Let's do 10 more. Really drive those elbows down, pull them into your sides. Feel those shoulder blades, the press. Extend that band all the way out. 3. You can also try this one without a band. Sometimes just doing this motion, reaching up overhead, driving those elbows down is a good way to get some range of motion, get your shoulders, you know, a little bit more warmed up. How'd that feel?
Those are awful. Yeah.
Awful. They're great. Doesn't mean that. So, we are going to do a second round of that, but she's gonna go right into it. I was gonna say, take a break, but that's okay. 20 in total. So keeping that head down, right flat on the ground. Remember to breathe. Sometimes this is an awkward position. Breathe in. You can take breaks as you need. Like I said, this one looks like it should be simple. It is not. So just extending those arms fully, Rolling back. See, should have took a longer break.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're almost there. 5 more. We gotta give her props for this one, guys. It's not easy. I'm just glad I don't have to do it. Perfect. Shake that out. Maybe stretch that one out. Let's just do a quick little stretch for that because you're really gonna be feeling that in your back. We're just gonna do what's called a child's pose. So you're gonna push your hips back towards your heels, reach those arms nice and far out in front of you, and just take a couple deep breaths in. Stretch out that upper back. So let's take 5 deep breaths. So just deep breath in, breathe it out, let that tension, let that pump go away from your upper back. A few more. Let's take 1 more deep breath. Breathe it all out. And we can come up out of that. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. That is our workout today with just a super band. You can do this pretty much anywhere, at home, while you're traveling. You can even go to the gym if you don't feel like using the equipment. So thanks for joining us on Get Fit, and we'll catch you next time.